We think that the most important thing that we can do to bring about a speedy resolution of this matter is to send in our top mediator, provide that individual with a limited amount of time to explore the possibilities of bringing the sides together.
I'm really pleased to see that
Welcome back. We are talking about the York University strike. We've got Conservative MPP Peter Sherman has been quite outspoken about this striking situation. Catherine Devaris from York Not Hostage. And at our City News Live, we have Tyler Shipley from the Union. Now, let's get to the phones. Sharon is our first caller. Hi, Sharon.
Hi.
Hi, Sharon. What do you think about all this?
Right now, I'm speaking from a perspective of as an international student that's going, a York University student, and right now I am very upset. I'm in my 4th year. I'm supposed to be graduating in June, and right now that's not going to happen. One of the reasons why my parents sent me to York University or a first world nation such as Canada to attend school is because they don't go on strike. So I'm here right now spending $25,000 a year.
Yeah, you're paying a lot of money as an international student.
I've paid that much money to York University. And I'm home right now. I'm here by myself. My family's back home. And I'm here in a cold country. I mean, I don't mind the weather, but as a student, I'm here as a student. So if you take away my education, you've taken away pretty much everything that I came here for, and I have absolutely nothing to do. I'm just wondering when the provincial government and when the federal government, if it even has to come to that, for them to even step in and do something about this.
All right, well, we've got Tyler Shipley standing by. Tyler, what do you say to Sharon?
You know, I really understand the frustration that folks are feeling. It's been a very frustrating time, and you know, all I can say is we have tried, since this strike began, we've revised our proposals 5 times significantly in an effort to get these talks ongoing. There's not much more we can do beyond that. We've been faced with an intransigent employer. The good news is, I think, you know, the Premier's statements and our vote the last couple of days really should send a message to York University that they have to take this seriously. This is not a game. This is affecting people's lives, exactly like Sharon was saying.
Okay. All right, thanks for that. Thanks, Sharon. I hope you get back to school soon. Vassell is on the line. Hi, Vassell.
Hi.
Vassell, what do you think about this whole strike? Are you a student as well?
I am. I'm actually a part-time student, and this is my last class at York. I read the offer that was recently voted down. It's very generous with pay increases, benefits like up to $28,000 in child care subsidies, and job security for 22 contract faculty, with provisions that ensure long-term profs are chosen for most of these positions. So if these profs have been teaching without these long-term contracts for 15 to 20 years and they're used to these conditions, well, why wouldn't they have left if they didn't like those conditions?
Peter?
And my question for Tyler is this. If your position is so strong and the university offer is so unfair, why will you not agree to go to binding arbitration so that the strike can come to an end and students can get back to classes?
Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, binding arbitration is turning over the future of this university to somebody who is not involved in the sector, who doesn't understand the specific context at York University. But, you know, I want to respond to one of the things you said around the job security issue. On the surface, it does appear that the university made a fair settlement, but I think if you look more closely at what they actually offered, there are a lot of things missing. One of the things significantly missing is that despite the fact that over 100 people retired from tenure stream teaching just this past December, the university is cutting the number of people who will be converted into tenure stream positions. So we're looking at a situation where despite hundreds of people retiring, the university is saying we'll only give you 2 new conversions into tenure for this year and 2 next year. Now this is a total attack
you know what,
on one of the
Tyler, I'm going to interrupt you this time.
One of the fundamental pillars of higher education.
That's just union speak, and that's all you guys do. You were told by the last 2 callers, and I guarantee you every caller will be of that ilk, that you people have to take a look at an offer that's a generous offer, certainly in the context of 2009. And the problem with you is you don't give a damn. And the problem with Premier McGuinty is Premier McGuinty is absent without leave.
Well, John, I don't know you, and I don't think you know me and know me well enough to know what I care about. What I care about is quality teaching at the university. And you can't have quality teaching at a university when you aren't giving teachers the resources they need to be effective.
Okay.
And when we're talking about,
because she says we're not getting any teaching right now.
That's right.
That's absolutely right. And I think the message needs to go to York University that the time is up. This strike needs to end, and it needs to end in a settlement that is fair and reasonable and that puts money back into teaching at this university.
All right, let's go to our next caller. Sadora is on the line. Hi, Sadora.
Hi.
Hi. What do you think?
I think I'm very, very dissatisfied with the strike and the lack of initiative taken by both parts, the university and the union. Because right now, as a student, if this is going into the summer, I can't afford next year. I cannot afford tuition. I can't afford rent.
You've got to work during the summer.
I have to work. And the problem right now is I can't even pick up a job now, because if I work now, we don't know when the strike is ending.
Well, that's the other thing, so you can't give a guarantee to an employer.
We have to sign a contract if we're going to pick up a part-time job, and we have to own up to that contract. So it's not like we can do that. And right now, I'm getting a lot of emails from my professors saying, oh, better expect your essay due as soon as you get back. And so I think right now we're going to be the victims as soon as we get back. So I think the best thing they can do is just cancel the year if it's continuing on like this.
Wow. What do you think about that, Catherine?
Well, I mean,
you're in your last year.
I don't want it to be canceled. I don't want to have to come back again and deal with this again. But I mean, at this point, we've asked, we sent out a press release, York Not Hostage, a week ago, asking that the university and the union enter, intense negotiations. And if they don't come to an agreement within a week, we ask that they enter voluntary binding arbitration. And I think that's the fairest outcome for this, because the vote failed. And the only thing that we can rely on now is binding arbitration. We don't have infinite amount of time to just sit and wait for the union and the university to decide when they want to stop with this ridiculousness.
Interestingly, the union was offered binding arbitration by the university approximately a week, 10 days into the strike, because obviously, as well, the administration saw that they were not going to get there by collective bargaining in the traditional sense. Is that not true, Tyler?
That's not true. Collective bargaining needs two people to be at the bargaining table, and what we had was a situation.
Needs a victim.
No, collective bargaining needs two people sitting at the bargaining table. And what we've seen was that until January 3rd, there were only 4 days of bargaining, despite the fact that we said, we are ready, we want to talk. Since that time, there have only been 5 days of bargaining. If we're going to settle this strike, it has to be settled by two people sitting at a bargaining table, working out a fair contract. That's all we're asking, and I hope that that's what's going to come out of what the Premier suggested today.
Okay, gentlemen, we have to take another break. We'll answer more of your calls when City Online returns. Stay with us.
Tonight on City News at 6.
The Office in your car.
I can simply say check email.
Read message.
2 new messages.
How you can do your work on the road.
There's a package here for you.
Without breaking the law.
The newsroom, on the street, City News everywhere.